Welcome to day 297 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian, and we have a very special guest again today. His name is Haz Rodriguez. He is the creator of Tunel, this new Spanish node that everybody's been hearing about on DeSo. How's it going, Haz?
I'm excited. So what can I say?
You're freezing up a little bit. I think we got that though. Your video froze up a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
But you're good now, I think. But anyhow, these
Okay.
videos are being sponsored
I'm
by
here.
NFT Tech. They're an investor in CloutFeed. Brian, do you have anything to say before we get started?
Yeah, I mean, CloutFeed's just doing amazing stuff. They're constantly iterating on what they're putting out. They're working hard. NFT Tech's behind them. They've been pushing them. You're going to get a lot of stuff about NFT Tech, I think, here in the next few weeks. I know they're going to go public soon. Having them back, CloutFeed's pretty big, I think. And I think NFT Tech's going to look to back some other projects as well.
All right, well, before we get to Haz and what he's doing with Tunel, we're going to cover some of the news. There was a little bit of news yesterday. Nader made a post that the fork has been delayed. They found a few minor bugs over the weekend, so it's going to be delayed by a day or two. I think that's good. I think, it's not good that they found bugs, but I guess it's good that they found the bugs, right? But I think, it doesn't need to be rushed. It's something that we need to take time with and make sure everything works perfectly.
Yeah, I know some of the developers, third-party developers, kind of said that, hey, this is a really, really fast time frame, and they kind of doubted that it could all take place that soon. I'm glad that they're slowing up and making sure everything's perfect before they do launch everything. I have confidence in Nader and the team. I think that this just shows that they're going to make sure that things don't roll out all buggy, because that would be probably catastrophic.
Yeah, for sure. And Brian, Who Am I did a bunch of Bitcoin buys yesterday. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, so yesterday, I guess it was late morning, he aped into a bunch of coins. I think it was 25 different creators, and it was mainly $500 to $1,000 per creator he bought the coin of. And it was mostly people that have been around for a while. I would say BitClout OGs, and I'll quickly list them, all 25. Regina Marie, Tori Seller, Goldberry, Marina, Finn Hartman, Sids, Anku, Klesh, GDS, Fizzler, Pixelangelo, ANI 15, methamphetamine, DJesus, F Tanix, BitClout Music 60s, 70s, 80s, Apex 69, Boops Boutique, Alcarius Presents, BitClout Karma, Millhouse Van Houten, 24, Flanagan, and Luca, Ready Player One.
Why wasn't Haz there? Why weren't you on this list?
I don't know. I think he missed me, but
Well, when did you join DeSo? When did he join?
I joined DeSo like a month and 10 days ago.
So maybe you're not old enough.
Yeah. I'm not old enough.
God, you accomplished so much though in a month and 10 days.
Yeah, we're proud of it, and we're looking forward to accomplish even more.
Awesome. We can't wait for it. So also yesterday, Paul Burke and his BitClout Plus app had an update. Version 0.10.0 is now available. And that update enables post and comment editing. So much like CloutFeed, where you can edit a post after you make it. Now, if you use the BitClout Plus plugin, you can also edit posts. It also increases the maximum characters in any post to 10,000. So you can pretty much—
You hear that, Sandy Rose?
Sandy Rose can now write books on DeSo. And if you don't yet have the BitClout Plus plugin, you can get it by going to get.bitclout.plus. Have you checked that out, Haz? Have you had time using it?
No. I started using Open Prosper. That's the one that I'm using right now, but I haven't using that other tool that you guys use.
Yeah, Open Prosper is great. So Salil is doing a great job. They just rolled out the new site a few days ago. We had him on the show. But yeah, Paul Burke's doing a great job with Plus. It's adding a lot of really cool features. Of course, 10,000 characters in a post. You can basically write a book now in a post, which is kind of cool. So much unlike other platforms like Twitter. And I like that. I think that those long posts can be super valuable.
Yes, totally. And sorry, now that we have the search, like the search that Taijing is working on, the looks like Google, you can find
Right, yeah, Cloud
blog
Vista
like
maybe, or
this song and stuff like
there's Cloud Vista and what's the other, Search Cloud or something?
Search Cloud is Times, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, so many great projects emerging and, kind of helping one another. Yesterday, also, DeSocialWorld added language tags next to every post for every user. So if you browse the stream and somebody makes posts, like say sometimes they make posts in English, sometimes they make posts in French, and sometimes they make posts in Dutch, you're going to see an English, Dutch, and French tag next to their name. So you can kind of find other people who speak your native language. I think is a really cool feature. They just keep adding to their node. And I know Haz is doing the Spanish, he's huge in the Spanish community. It's been bringing so many Spanish speaking DeSo users onto the platform. Have you taken note of DeSocialWorld?
Yes, I do. And I think they're really doing a really great job with the filtering of the posts and stuff like that. I want to talk to them to get my hands into something like that and maybe work on something together for a node as well.
Yeah, it's great how everybody just kind of works together on DeSo. I think we're seeing that more and more. Like even though you might like have some overlap, like it's more beneficial to work together because the more people that come onto DeSo, the better everyone's going to do, or the higher the value of DeSo should go. So it's like a big community working together, which I really love.
Yeah, I'm getting getting used to that now. Being a Web2 guy coming into here and seeing how people I came
like a lot of competition. There's so
a
much
little
more
bit aggressive,
competition.
and now it's like, yeah, okay, these are different.
Yeah, it really has been. And finally, before we get to what you're doing, Music Monday on Clubhouse at 11 a.m. Eastern time today with chats today, Miss Katie Ann, Michelle Lord, DOZ, GJ Art, Dr. Rob Mercury, MP3, Clay Perry Music, William Laurent, Tropics, and St. Lanes, as well as others. And Music Monday is a weekly event that takes place on Clubhouse where musicians come and they get to play 2 songs and then they rotate and it comes back to them. So it's a really good room to check out. You get to meet a lot of people within the DeSo community. Have you checked out Clubhouse or Twitter Spaces yet when it comes to DeSo? Haz?
Yes, I did. But for the Hispanic community, Clubhouse is like something really new. So they're using Discord more than they use Clubhouse for meetings, like audio meetings and stuff like that. Twitter Spaces is something that we tried and we got like 3 people only on Twitter. So Hispanics are more in Facebook and Instagram or TikTok that they are on this new tech platforms are out there.
Very interesting. Yeah, I know your Discord is huge. How many members do you have in there?
Right now we have about 30,000 and something
Wow.
members on the Discord community, and our audio meetings are like 270, from 100 to 200 and 300 people.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I saw you made that post the other day saying like our Discord is huge for Tunel, but that's not why we're getting so many people. It's because we're reaching out to them in Zoom and teaching them how to use DeSo and messaging them on WhatsApp and teaching them. You want to tell us a little bit about like what you're doing and how you're reaching out to all these people in the Spanish community?
Yes, we use social TradeSo. We use traditional social media channels because we believe people are there, and we're just bringing them from there into a website where they can schedule calls with my team. So my team we're always like call. We're meeting with them about web, but the people that we're targeting, it's people that are already on the crypto market. So they already know how a wallet works, how seed phrases work. They already know how to work with the markets. So they do have a basic understanding of the market. And it has been easy for us to transition them into the Web3 space that DeSo offers than looking for new users that have nothing. Like it was hard for us to share like, hey, here, you have another Facebook or you have another Twitter space like with regular people, or they're like, why am I supposed to be there? I'm not interested in crypto yet, because I know everyone's going to be there, they have, everyone's going to be in crypto, but it's easier to transition people that are already into the subject. And Hispanic community has been a crypto lover since Bitcoin came out, because they are experiencing an inflation every single day in their countries. Like, they are looking for ways to, they don't have access to the markets.
Yes, you froze up
They
there
don't
a
have
little bit.
easy access to those
I'm sorry,
markets.
Haz, you froze up there for a moment. Can you just repeat
I'm
this
sorry.
last
You hear
like
me now?
5 seconds?
Yeah. Yes, the Hispanic community, they don't have access to the markets that we have here in the USA. They don't have easy access to those things. So because they don't have easy access, they're always looking for ways to make their money grow. And it's crazy how everyone there, it's money oriented. Like, you will think that the Hispanic community doesn't know about, they're not looking into finance. No, there's 16 years old that are already into the markets just because Bitcoin allows them to participate, and they're already working with inflation. Places like Argentina, like, they're always like having inflation problems. I got a lot of people from there. They're like, hey, we need to buy today what we need in a year, because in a year is going to be more expensive. So might as well buy it today and sell it in a year, because we're going to be making money with stuff. So that's really interesting, and that's the people that we're meeting every single day, and transitioning them to these. So it's really easy, because you're just giving you're just like putting in their hands a thing that I know that right now we're not there yet, but I think DeSo can transform businesses. Like, I really believe that this is a new economic system, not a social media. So because we have been sharing with people, like, this is a new economic system with the social media element, people are taking DeSo as like an exchange. Like, okay, let's start building here, because we know that someday I'm going to be able to connect my business, like people connect their businesses to Facebook. And maybe people are going to come here to buy the bread, the milk on DeSo. And it's crazy. Like, people are seeing a future that I know it's far away, but it's closer than we think.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned like inflation, and I think it's more, it's less people looking to invest their money and make money, and more people looking to just make sure their money doesn't lose all its value, so they can put it somewhere that's safe. And crypto's a lot safer. Even DeSo, one of these newer cryptos that has, we don't know exactly where it's going to go, is actually safer than a lot of these native currencies. And I think that's powerful. And when you combine it with technology online, social media online, it can be really powerful. And I think the Spanish community is kind of seeing what the rest of us might not see immediately. And I think that's powerful. And that's because of necessity. They need to do something with their money. They want to look for something that's going to have a future. And I don't like, we were talking earlier, like DeSo has a future, because no matter, even if Tunel shut down tomorrow, which I'm sure it's not going to do,
Yeah.
You still have all that data. You still have an account. You can still go to any other node, and that's powerful.
I believe that's the most powerful feature about DeSo. Like, every node builder here has put something on their users that no one else is putting out there. If Facebook falls tomorrow, like, I know it's not gonna, they fall tomorrow, well, they're gonna eventually fall. But if they fall tomorrow, like, where's your data? Where's your every interaction? Like, we need to be responsible with humanity, and I believe DeSo is giving us, people that dream about building communities and movements like I do, the power of putting in the hands of people in the independence. It's like, okay, Hash can die tomorrow. What about if I have an accident tomorrow? And Tunel, it's like a node that I control. Like, what's going to happen to the users? Now they have power, and putting in their hands that power, I believe it's a huge thing that I know a lot of people don't want to do it because they want to control, but this is big, and that's why we decided
It's
to move
so
into it.
valuable, because like people spend a lifetime building up their social media presence. I know Brian and I, we had over I think 1.6 million followers on Twitter when our account was deleted. And
Wow.
we spent years building that up. We spent like so much of our time building our accounts up, and then Twitter hits a switch and we're gone. And all that data, all those followers are just gone. But on
Yeah.
DeSo, that switch there is no switch to hit. You know, they could shut you down, but you just move on to the next website and take those followers with you. So like you said, I think that's so important because it allows people to build their brand without that worry.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, because you run a Web2 social media site that's pretty huge as is, and I think you're bringing a lot of those users over to DeSo. Can you tell us about that and like what your plans are to bring them onto DeSo?
Yes, we run Cryptonacion.com. It was a Spanish social media. So what we do there, we were focused on the trading community. Like people are trading the markets, to be able to, because what's happening right now with social media is like they're breaking up because of censorship. People are starting to look for people that share their opinions and the conversations. So that's why traditional social media, it's like falling right now, because everyone is jumping into this smaller social media channels that are open about conversations. That's what we did. We built a conversation around crypto, and we got like 10,000 users on our platform, and they're all Hispanics. And when we came into DeSo, we fell in love with DeSo, and we're now like, how are we going to transition all the people that love our centralized platform to the decentralized thing? And that's a huge thing, because you're just destroying something that you build. And it's like, okay, let me bring them here. That's why I was so jealous with my users when I came here, because I come from the web 2, and it's like everyone was like trying to get into them, like, hey, use this node and use that. And I was like, okay, what's happening here?
So what if, I'll just mention this. What
Yeah.
if you just turn that other website into a DeSo node as well, and allow these people to connect a DeSo account, or
Well,
create a DeSo account and link that, so that when they make a post on that website, it also goes to the DeSo blockchain. And then you can also migrate some over to Tunel to have more features like, you know, like coin buys and NFTs and diamonding. You know, like
yeah,
I think
that'll be awesome. Like, I believe developers are so busy right now. Like,
yeah.
it has been difficult for us to find developers.
It is. I think it's everywhere. I mean, it's just like there's a lack of developers within just every space.
Yeah, but that's
So-
a really nice thing that, yeah, we can do it. I was thinking of more like, okay, let's just start transitioning them to DeSo, because I really love what Nader built, and I get his vision, and we're trying to bring as much people as we can. I believe this is something important.
Do you know how many people you've had like turned onto DeSo thus far in a month and 10 days you've been here?
It's probably more than 500 people. We
Wow.
get them to build their accounts. We get them to get verified, which is something difficult to do. Like, people are not used to being like, you know, put their face on a mobile device and be like tracing their face and stuff like that with the Jumio thing. So we have been able to transition people effectively. Like, I believe in the last 10 days, probably 500 users. And I haven't shared this. We have like a network of 80,000 people,
Wow.
and we haven't shared this with them. When are we gonna make the drop? Where are we gonna drop it to them, like this thing? So what we started doing was, let's start with the community that's closer to us to get them ready in a Discord channel. That's why we opened the Discord, because if I'm gonna bring a lot of users to the Discord, I want at least a community that is ready to answer questions for them. So we started like with small group of people, teaching them, and we are having conversations every day about how to do this in these, so how to do this. So whenever we get this huge wave of people, Hispanics are ready to answer questions. Like, oh, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. Instead of everyone like, you know, crazy. And we got the news that Hispanic news are now, we got an interview coming also, because they saw what we're doing, and the Hispanic crypto news are like, hey,
Oh,
what's
wow.
going on here? So it's gonna be huge for us. I think we're gonna have a lot of people into the platform, and that's why I'm always asking for, let's start a conversation with normal people. How can this transform their lives and stuff like that? Because I know the conversation is right now is around developers and stuff like that, but I was like, okay, let's just us start the conversation and let's do it. So that's what we're doing right now.
Well, a couple things. I think that I love how you're like onboarding these people you know are going to kind of understand it better, and then teaching them about it before you onboard the troves of other people, because then you're going to have this base who can help them and help teach them. And they're going to feel more at home, I think, when you onboard the masses. So that's great. Judging by the number of DMs you're getting during this video that I can hear, you must be continuing to onboard a bunch of people. And I think what you're doing is incredible. I hope that we see like 100 more of you, like in all over the world in all different languages, doing the same thing, because that's what's going to build DeSo, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that. I just turned it
No,
off.
no.
I didn't. I thought maybe it was mine. I thought maybe I had mine on. I didn't realize it was yours.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
You shouldn't have said anything, Brian, because everybody watching this video probably has Discord, and they're just gonna think that their Discord's going off.
Yeah.
No, but
so
yeah, what you're
event.
doing is, it's really amazing. And you know, I know you said you're reaching out to Nader to look for some funding. I know you also told us before we started this that you did get some funding already outside of the Octane Fund. So
Yes.
I think you're a perfect example of a node that definitely deserves funding. And I think in time, you'll definitely get it.
Thank you. And we know that we need to make some changes, and I'm really thankful for your advice. Also, outside the recording, you guys gave me some really good advice. And I believe that we're working towards to make our platform different and differentiate from other nodes in terms of the way it looks. And we have some good news for everyone. So stay tuned. We're going to be sharing that new UI and stuff like that we're working on in a couple of days.
That's amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I noticed you started appearing on the Open Prosper list of most, like the percentage of posts made. Did you just add that recently?
We did add it.
That's cool.
It was like a day ago.
Awesome. Yeah, I like checking that every day to see like which nodes are getting the most traffic. And I saw you pop up there, I think yesterday or the day before. So congrats on everything you're doing. I think it's amazing. And I can't wait to have you again on the show once you start bringing even more people over and talk about that, and also talk about the changes you make to Tunel, because I know you're working on stuff, and I think the whole community is looking forward to it. Even some of the people who don't speak Spanish are excited to just bring so many more people onto the platform, and so many great NFTs. There's some really good NFT artists that have come through Tunel to mint some NFTs. I know Alendez, and he teamed with what's his name? Alendez teamed with, I can't
Sancheski.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
and they minted a new project. What is it called? Tunel Arrows?
Yeah, Tunel Arrows is like Hispanic punks, but it's like with the name of Tunel Arrows.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So it's like kind of like rebranding. It's kind of like branding for you. So it's like advertising. But yeah, thanks again. And I see Brian's son's in the background. How's it going, Phil?
I just wanna giving thanks to Allende's and Sancheski. They're really huge with the community, but also to Nordian. I want to mention him. I know that Nordian has been, before I showed up with the platform, he was like working with the Hispanics community, making clubhouses and then doing meetings and stuff like that. I just want to mention him here in this video because I believe that he started something and that fire somehow got to us. So
yeah, Nordian's so good. He's like one of the original guys too, and he's a developer, and he's in the clubhouse rooms all the time. I've had a chance to talk to him. He's great. What's that?
An OG.
Yeah, he's an OG. I think everybody's OGs. Like, we're so early. Like, we're all OGs still.
Yeah, we're all.
But yeah, thanks again. It was great having you on, and like I said, I'm sure we'll have you on again in the future. And keep up the great work with Tunel.
Thank you, guys.
Go answer some of your messages now.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you so much.